Hello, everybody. Today is Wednesday, the 20th of May, and we're marching ahead, and we're getting closer to the day when hopefully we'll be back together. Some of us in the sanctuary, some of us online on the 7th of June, which is Pentecost Sunday. And so I'm looking forward to that, as I know that there are many of you who are as well. Sort of a return, excuse me, a return to some sense of normalcy. I'm wearing a hat today because I don't know about you, all of this quarantining and staying at home and avoiding places and the barbershops not open. I have been basically getting in the shower before coming on camera to preach to you or to do a spiritual depth. So today I thought I would share with you what Charlie quarantine hair looks like. And here it is. If you may want to close your eyes. But that's what it looks like. Do you have the same thing, quarantine hair going on? I'm considering letting Marta use this on me. I tried to use it on myself, and it wasn't very successful. I took out about half of the side of my hair. So I may let her take a swack at it this evening. So I may look different tomorrow. Today's spiritual, excuse me for rambling, but just that's how I'm feeling today. Today's spiritual depth, I thought maybe I would share an exercise in what we call reframing in counseling. And it can be a spiritual practice that you may enjoy as well. And it may give you a sense of, a sort of a sense of empowerment as well. A lot of times, or if you're like me these days, a lot of times you're tired or you're frustrated. You feel anxious. Maybe things aren't going the way they normally do, and that brings some uncertainty. But also with that, we sometimes get a feeling like maybe we're feeling mostly like a victim. Like all of these things are just coming at us, and we have absolutely no control over it, and it just is happening to us. Everything is just happening to us all the time. So I propose that perhaps you think of something this week that you could do between, say, today, Wednesday, and next Wednesday that you do differently, that you focus on just one thing to help you cope with those feelings that maybe we're kind of out of control or everything is coming at us instead of us feeling empowered in any way. This could be something, just a simple thing like focusing on making sure that you get more sleep this week than you did last week. Getting some exercise. If you're not getting exercise, just say, you know what, if it's something as simple as going for a walk, I'm going to go for a walk. Even if it's a short one, if I'm able to, I'm going to go for a short walk or a medium or long walk every day or 3 days or 5 days out of this week. I think another thing that you can do is spend some time perhaps in centering prayer. Help just a few minutes a day to ask God to help you make choices of things that you are trying to decide that you want to do, but also how should you feel about things. I showed you this thing called the Examine a while ago, and today's for me was very good, and it is, what do I seek? And again, you can go on the Apple iTunes Store or the Google Play, and it's free. It's called Reimagining the Examine. But today's is, what do I seek? And the scripture reading is from John 1, 37 through 38. And it's, the two disciples heard John the Baptist say this, and they followed him. When Jesus turned and saw them following, he said to them, "What are you looking for?" And today's examine is spending a few moments in gratitude, thanking God for just one or two small things that I've received today. And in my heart, I hear God asking me, "Where are you?" And just sitting with that. The examine is something that I've kind of gotten away from. And when I get away from doing something like this, a spiritual practice every day, it's sort of an alarm bell for me that, okay, maybe I'm letting events overcome me, and I need to refocus and recenter. So this week, I encourage you to use that as a spiritual practice. If you've tried the examine, I encourage that, or just get a little exercise. Spend some time in prayer, but try to do one thing different this week. And I think you will get a gift of energy. You will get a feeling of empowerment. And at the end of the week, go back mentally over in your mind. How did this make you feel? Did it make you feel somewhat empowered? Did it make you feel like you accomplished something instead of just everything coming at you? That's today's spiritual depth. This Sunday the sermon will be on the wedding at Cana. So if you want to read about that, about the wedding at Cana, it's in the beginning of the book of John, John chapter 2, I think. And it's a fascinating start. It's the first of Jesus' miraculous signs. And tomorrow we'll do a devotional on that as we prepare for this Sunday sermon. God bless you all.